There's been a lot of conversation about Brock Purdy, and rightfully so. His contract is coming up, and so it's got a lot of eyes and ears tuning in to the conversation about him. But Fred Warner went on ESPN to do a little pregame show, flex his media type skills, and it was cool to see. Fred Warner did a pretty darn good job, but when he was asked about Brock Purdy and his thoughts on Brock, he gave a phenomenal response. Take a listen to what he had to say right here.
I love you, man. Thank you for being my quarterback. Brock Purdy, last pick in the draft. Nobody even knew who this kid was. Is our scout team quarterback in 2022 when we had probably the best defense in the league. And he's in there in practice with the no-look passes, dicing our defense up every single week. And I'm back there just pissed off. I'm giving it to him. And he's giving it back to me with the trash talk. I mean, when you talk about a guy who has the it factor, Brock Purdy has had the it factor all along. And it was only a matter of time when he got his moment, he was going to be prepared for it coming in against Miami in 22. And, we haven't looked back since. Brock Purdy's made of the right stuff, being able to create with his legs. I think it all with a quarterback, the thing that's the biggest, deciding factor in elite quarterbacks or not, is the processing speed. How do you process the game when bullets are flying, everything's on the line, and being able to read coverages, diagnose, deliver the football, extend plays, and Brock Purdy does it all at a high level. And so he's about to be a very rich man soon. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, obviously walked off the field with a lead in overtime in the Super Bowl, which is something no one has ever done before and lost. So that was going to be my next question. Is there any doubt in your mind that he is the 49ers franchise quarterback going forward?
Not at all. I mean, Brock Purdy, he's the man. He will be the 49ers quarterback
Wish
for a
the
very,
Super Bowl-
very,
Hope
very
so.
long
The
time.
Super Bowl is
with plenty of
close to
Super
next
Bowl
year.
rings on his finger.
The messaging seems clear coming out of anyone who is involved with the San Francisco 49ers regarding the future of Brock Purdy. Many people believe that he is going to be the 49ers quarterback for a long time. Now, that isn't the case. It isn't a unanimous belief that Brock Purdy should be paid, and there are some that believe that the 49ers should look elsewhere. But at the end of the day, when you look at what 49ers Brock Purdy has been able to do as Mr. Irrelevant, I don't know how you don't reward that guy. I don't know how you can look at this guy who just turned 25 years old and has all the success that he already has and not believe that he will actually improve and get better, because that's where he's at. He's at an age where he is still becoming the quarterback he will be in his prime. He is just scratching the surface of his prime years. And as we know with quarterbacks, they get better with age sometimes. Sometimes when they get into their late 20s is when they really start peaking. So with Brock, again, you can make all the arguments you want about his lack of physical tools and gifts and all of those things. But at the end of the day, he's just a good quarterback. I mean, it is what it is, man. He's never going to be one of these elite physical specimens at quarterback, and that's fine. If that's what you want in a quarterback, I totally get it. Trust me, I've been there too. I remember scouting Kaepernick coming out of Nevada. He was a dream to me. He was, running for 4,000 yards in college, passing for 10,000 yards in college, had a laser arm, and all of those things. And as time progressed, you could see that he struggled with the short to intermediate game, struggled with layered throws. Now, he had a lot of amazing plays and amazing throws, but unfortunately just didn't work. And, so it's like there's a million ways to be good at quarterback. And, you could do it with just pure physical tools, or you could do it by being a complete chess master. And that's kind of where Brock comes in. Now, like I said, there's multiple ways to do it. And I understand everyone's concern about paying him and not being able to build the roster around him. I don't believe that will be the case. With the cap consistently, rising. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I think it would help people rationalize kind of where Brock's getting paid. If Brock Purdy was a prospect similar to Jaden Daniels, who is up right now for a contract, we would be talking about $70 million a year. And I just don't think people are rationalizing this, and they hear Brock in the 50 to 60 range, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so much for a quarterback when they don't understand the market, and that's just the going rate. And as that being the going rate, whether you like it or not, I don't like it. Shout out Trent Baalke for contributing to the market structure that it is for overpaying players. If he was a Jaden Daniels level talent at the quarterback position, we would be talking about Brock Purdy getting paid in the 70s in regards to AAV. So I just don't think people are rationalizing this. I don't think they understand really what we're talking about. Like, if he was a generational talent, we wouldn't be talking about him beating Dak Prescott in the 60s. We would probably be talking about this guy close to the 70s, because that would be the mark of being a generational quarterback talent based on the current quarterback market. So I just don't think people process it like that, because what you need to understand is what they're paying now will be the going rate in about 3 years. So that's the way you got to look at it. You have to project. You have to project out. Like, we can talk about the now all we want, but if you're not projecting out what the future is going to look like and trying to project, the rises in cap and the rises in Josh Allen getting paid and, eventually these other quarterbacks coming around and getting paid, Jaden Daniels is going to break the bank. Like, you think Brock Purdy is going to make a lot now? Wait till those guys get paid. So I think there's just a lot of ways to view it, and it all depends on your priors, like whether you want Brock to be your quarterback or not. If you do, you understand. You seem to have a better understanding of the situation around this concept, and if you don't, you're going to find every opportunity to try to prove why he shouldn't. So it's pretty easy to see where people lie on that situation. Where do you lie? Do you think the 49ers should just get it done, especially with watching the quarterback play in the wild card round of the playoffs? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.